You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your weekly spoilers for August 18th through the 22nd. We're going to talk about Victor pivoting and Phyllis betraying. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Just real quick before we dive in, if you haven't heard, Tristan Rogers passed away on Friday the 15th after a battle with lung cancer. You will probably know Tristan. He was the actor who played Colin Atkinson. And of course, that's Kane's dad. His name has come up a lot lately. He is more so known for his work over on General Hospital as Robert Scorpio, but he did sadly lose his battle with cancer and passed away this week at the age of 79. Our condolences to his family. There's a tribute video to him over on the channel if you are interested in seeing it. Let's get into the spoilers for the week ahead. On Monday, August 18th, it's season 52, episode 220 of Young and the Restless. And Claire tells Nikki she hates what Victor did, scheming with Audra. She just can't see her granddad the same anymore. Claire won't forgive Victor. She says he pushed her away. Claire's done. She's ready to walk. Victor won't change or bend. She sees that, and Claire knows what she wants. She's not going to let Victor do to her what he did to Victoria. And Nikki says, you know, he's got good intentions, but Claire should go for her happiness, even if it makes Victor mad. And Claire tells her about Audra staging that public kiss with Kyle. And Claire tells Nikki she's going to blow up Audra's life. She is going to tell Nate. Phyllis rolls up on Nick at Society. They're chatting about Summer staying in Italy for good. And Phyllis basically blames Claire and Kyle's romance. Nick asks about her and Kane, promises no judgment. Phyllis is kind of surprised that Nick's willing to work with Kane. And of course, that's all a ruse that Victor has cooked up. Phyllis wonders if Nick wants her to spy on Kane for him. Nick says no. And Phyllis asks, what are you going to get out of this working with Kane? Nick says peace. Phyllis doesn't believe it since he had Nick locked up in a storage room on the train. Phyllis isn't buying any of it. Nick's pressing Phyllis to get Kane to work with him. Lily shows up and tells them both that the kids may never forgive Kane in all his years of lying. Audra and Nate talk about how drained Amy seemed by Damian's funeral. Audra's trying to comfort him. Nate wants a distraction. He wants to know exactly what happened with her and Victor. Audra's making up stuff about how, oh, she just had this gut feeling and she felt like Victor was pulling her strings. Nate doubts all this because Victoria told him that Victor was the one who cut off their relationship and pulled the funding. So she gets defensive, all that classic guilty behavior. She tries to turn it around on Nate, who's getting increasingly suspicious. Audra then tells him she's going to take a job with Sally. He thinks there's more to it. Lily tries to get Kane to reveal his plans. Again, offers to help him with the kids if he'll just come clean to her. Lily keeps pressing and pressing. She's about business. Kane's trying to talk about their past love, and this is kind of putting up red flags. Kane wants to know if Lily is lying. He says he'll just deal with the kids himself. She doesn't like that. Holden pops up at Kane's choo-choo train to talk about the job offer. Lily pokes her nose into that, and Kane says Holden would be managing some real estate. They talk about Damian's funeral. Kane's sorry he missed it. He really liked him, but Lily says, no, you fired Damian and Holden. Lily tells Holden that Damian wouldn't want him working with Kane, but Holden says, you know, Damian had kind of, betrayed him in the end, and Kane's not the one who hurt him. Lily advises that he should watch his back, and she tells Kane she's going to tell the kids everything he's done, and she storms out. Holden says Lily has strong opinions, but Kane basically says don't put her name in your mouth. Tells Holden to add Nick to his list of targets to find out what he is up to. Holden leaves, and Kane calls his kids and asks them to call back when they're both together. On Tuesday, August 19th, season 52, episode 221. Holden is trying to fight the attraction he feels for Claire. If you remember, they had been having those Vespers drinks together. I do wonder if Audra may be a little annoyed if she finds out her ex Holden also wants Claire because Kyle loves her and Audra's feeling a little insecure. And Holden gets into a little mini confrontation with Daniel this week. And Holden's asking Daniel if he's digging for dirt on him. And Daniel says no. And Holden asks if Cane has put Daniel up to this. I wonder if Holden runs into Daniel after he's talking to Claire. Maybe Daniel asks about Claire and Holden, or Cane and Phyllis, if he knows that Holden is working for Cane. It's kind of a weird random interaction. Diane surprises Jack with a romantic trip. Now, I wonder if this is a real honeymoon, some real trip to replace their Euro trip, or maybe it's a staycation or a trip down memory lane, because they are having cocktails in the Abbott living room as she talks to him about it. And Phyllis rolls up on Cane with some unwanted advice. I wonder if it is to not trust Nick, or if it is about his kids, since she heard what Lily said. Phyllis might tell Cane, kids will forgive anything. Hers forgave her for faking her death and making them grieve. On Wednesday, August 20th, Nate asks Claire what she wants to tell him. Now, this happens, I'm not sure, Wednesday or Thursday. And she tells him it's about Audra, and there's something that Nate needs to know about the kind of person that she is. Looks like she's going to spill the beans. Also on Wednesday, Audra's trying to blame Kyle. Definitely sounds like she's trying to say he came on to her, it wasn't vice versa. Billy wants answers from Adam and Chelsea on Wednesday. I wonder if they're going to run another hit piece on Billy and or Cane. And this week, Chelsea asked Billy if Sally is running AbbottCom, then where does that leave Billy? And he says he has some exciting news he'll tell her about soon, but Chelsea may not be on Billy's team for much longer. Tessa shows Daniel a different side of herself. I feel like he's going to be catching even more feelings after this. I do think he would be a good stepdad to Arya, though. Thursday, August 21st is episode 223 of season 52 of Young and the Restless. And Victor shocks everybody with his latest decision. Now, this could be something about Cane, or maybe Victor is under pressure to change his tune about Claire and about Kyle. Maybe he's finally listened to Nikki about the fact that he might lose his granddaughter if he doesn't adjust his attitude, or at least pretend to adjust it. Jack has some words of wisdom for Kyle, and I'm guessing it's about this situation with Claire and Victor. Nate and Devon have a sit down to update each other, probably about the funeral, about Devon's trip to meet with Anita Dupree, and I wonder if Nate's going to tell him about Audra. Devon's never trusted her. On Friday, August 22nd is episode 224, season 52 of Young and the Restless. Cane has an assignment for Phyllis. It's her first official assignment on Team Cane, and I'm sure she has to betray somebody to fulfill his wishes. And Nate's pushing Audra hard to tell him the truth. She's not going to accept any excuses, any BS, any of her faux anger. And obviously, this is about what Claire told him.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.